Got 5 minutes, so I'm not even going to pretend to be funny. Let's go. Where do I press?
Down.
How do you get into presenter mode so I can pretend I know what I'm talking about at least?
Well, like I said, we don't know what to talk about, just talk about what you like.
All right. We're supposed to be talking about innovation, entrepreneurialism. I'm not going to talk about any either.
That's my phone, ignore it.
Because that's not my job anymore. Today I'm going to talk about pure business acumen. Because it's what's missing in a lot of companies, small companies, startup companies, and even mature companies. So Seeing Machines is a startup, 13-year-old startup, founded by, at the University of Canberra, ANU, I should say, by a professor and 3 students when they gave computers the ability to determine precisely where people were looking. I'm going to show you a video quickly to help you understand what it is we do. And you can see the little, you can't see them, but maybe you can. Little red lines come to the guy's eyes and green circles around his pupils. The green circles correlate to the graphs on the left-hand side, which are measuring pupil diameter, and the red lines are identifying exactly what he's looking at and are accurate to within 1 degree at about a meter. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to try to fast forward, but I probably can't. The guy's wearing sunglasses, and the system can actually see through the sunglasses. A little further. And these are actually sunglasses, and you can see the pupil diameter changing those graphs drastically as the light is exposed to light. So, what am I going to tell you about? I'm going to tell you a story about a company that was on the verge of going out of business 2.5 years ago. I was brought in to try to help. I didn't realize that that's what I was brought in for. I found out pretty quickly. And I'm going to start with the end of the story first, because today the company is market cap pushing $40 million. 85% increase in revenue last year with an inaugural profit of $500,000, and that's a good thing. And global recognition as a world leader in head and eye tracking, which you just saw on the screen. So, the situation, 2.5 years ago, basically, as I said, no money, a board that was asleep at the wheel, no understanding what the business was doing or who was doing it for, a CEO that lived in Sydney and rarely came to Canberra, and as I said, not surprisingly, running out of money. So the problem, we had 2 products in the market. One was 6 years old and about to go end of life. We had another one that was so unreliable that was going through, it had a 300% failure rate. Every item that went out the door had to be replaced 3 times. So we focused on quality improvement, and we looked for a market for a product. We found the mining sector, and we saw we could keep sleepy drivers awake, because when they fall asleep, that's what it looks like, and those trucks weigh 450 tons. And when that mine haul truck road closes, it can take $100 million a day off the bottom line of the company, because unless the rocks are going from the bottom of the hole to the top of the hole, they're not worth anything. That's what I've learned. So the solution, basically driver safety sensor system solution, depends what DSS stands for on the day. A camera connected to a computer that monitors the driver's eyes and face, looking at head rotation for extended periods of time, looking for distraction, or if my eyes get droopy and I fall asleep, it wakes you up. And when it wakes you up, it also sends that information to the dispatcher so they can intervene if they have to. The challenge, that's what a computer looks like inside a mining truck when you jumpstart the truck with a arc welder. So, I get extra time, you guys are laughing. Where am I? Oh, I'm already at slide 6, that's awesome. We had to learn about designing rugged hardware, we had to learn a lot about the industry. And that took a while, a lot more and a lot more money. As Adrian coined earlier, that's why it's called the hardware business. So financially, basically the company had no money, it had no money, and we had outstanding receivables of over $1 million at over 365 days, and nobody thought they should bother collecting those. And the terms with our supplier were pretty bad also. You pay in advance, wait 14 weeks for delivery, spend months shipping it and installing it, and then wait 90 days to collect. So somebody else has your money for more than half a year at a time. Not the best place to be. Opportunity. What we discovered was that the problem was a big problem, and as soon as people started hearing about what we were doing, they started knocking at the door. Put a lot of pressure on the company, lots of demand, but there was a problem. We really weren't prepared for that. The company had no marketing material, no set price for the product. The company had never even written a proposal. So it's pretty tough dealing with world top-notch companies trying to buy something and you can't sell them because you don't know how. A lot of change required to make things happen. The first step was a bit of a palace coup to displace the existing board that really weren't interested in the business anyways, and really to get some leadership from the top, critical in any business. Developing a long-term strategy for the business and for the products with people we didn't have, identifying our capital requirements, and probably most important as a listed company for some crazy reason, convincing investors to believe in the story and believe in the people. Not an easy task either. But today, we've done all those things and it's starting to look like this. Was that 5 or 4 minutes?
She waved at
I've
you
got
before.
my
Just kidding.